Hello and a warm welcome to the Parent Practice Positive Parenting Academy. We're delighted to have you as part of our online family. We really want to acknowledge you for taking the step towards transforming your family life, because we believe that parenting isn't always as instinctive as people say it ought to be. So by joining this academy, you'll be learning tried and tested set of parenting skills that I can guarantee will set you up to be the best parent you can be.
Being here is testimony to your commitment to your children and to the importance that you attach to the role of being a parent. Through this programme, you will gain skills and information which make bringing up children easier and more fulfilling. The skills are easy to understand, and there are exercises and worksheets that will help you to apply them to your daily life. We're just going to take a few moments to introduce ourselves, as some of you won't have met us before. And then we're going to talk you through how the programme works. So my name is Melissa Hood, and I'm mum to 3 now adult children, a girl and 2 boys. And I discovered these skills when my children were 10, 7 and 5, and they completely transformed our family life. My experience of parenting at that stage wasn't really living up to my dream. My children were fighting with each other and discipline had become a real issue. I found myself nagging, repeating, shouting, bribing and threatening, and that wasn't what I set out to do when I took my babies home from the hospital.
And if you haven't met me before, my name's Elaine Halligan. I'm a mum to 2 teenagers, a boy and a girl, and I came into this work due to issues with my son, who had some learning difficulties. Melissa remembers well. His behaviour was really challenging. Travelling on public transport was not only embarrassing, it could be positively dangerous. And a trip to the supermarket was a nightmare scenario that just required military precision and timing.
We're pleased to report that family life is now considerably easier and far more enjoyable. And we want to share with you the skills to enable you to bring out the best in your children. Family life is clearly a priority for you, and taking the time now to fill your toolkit with some really practical and effective strategies is probably the best investment you will ever make. You're all here because you've made that commitment and joined our membership programme. If you like working independently without additional support, the standard package will be the perfect one for you. If you want extra support and guidance with your individual parenting issues, you can upgrade to our platinum level, where you will get a raft of additional benefits, including direct access to a master facilitator.
So I just want to share with you some testimonials we've had recently from clients, and here's one. Thank you for saving my sanity, for making me a better parent, for even saving my marriage, for your insights and wisdom, and thank you for your non-judgmental approach to helping struggling parents. That put a real smile on our faces.
And another quote that we had from a parent: I wanted to let you know just how much the ideas and techniques I learned from the parent practice have impacted on our family life, and also how I feel I've become a much nicer mother and parent for them. As a family, we are all benefiting and are very grateful.
So I'm sure you want to get started. So we're now going to show you very quickly how it all works so you can get the maximum benefit.
So here's how it all works. When you bought your standard membership package, you will have received an email like this with the subject heading, "Your login information for standard membership is included." That included your Simplero ID and your password, and it gives you access to the 3 spaces in the standard membership program. We're going to access it via this link here, which will take us to the standard membership page. So this is the first page for the standard membership program, and you'll see that it refers to the core skills program, parenting insights and top tips, and the audio parenting solutions. We're going to go to the core skills program. So this is the front page for the core skills program. Before you start the program, it would be a good idea to click on the parenting health checks. We recommend that you do one before you start your course, because this is a self-assessment form which will enable you to assess the state of family life right now. We recommend you complete it and save it so that you can compare that form to the state of family life at the end of the course to see if there have been improvements made in different areas. At that point, we ask you to do the form at the end of the course and send that to us. We'd love to hear from you, to hear about your progress. But now we're going to start the course by going to Module 1. You'll see that there are 6 components to each module, the main one being the video. Then there's a worksheet. You'll need to print off your worksheet so that you can do that while you're watching the video. Then there's a mission for each module, which you'll do after you've completed the video. That's to get you into action with your own family and looking at your own issues and your own circumstances. And that's when you really get into action. There are course notes which you can either download or just look at online at your leisure. They complement the video and expand on what we've covered in the video presentation. There are some other video clips, not Parent Practice produced ones. They're clips which are on YouTube and are available to the public generally, but we point you in their direction because we think that they're a useful adjunct to what we've covered in the video. They have either additional information or there's an amusing take on something that we've covered in the video. And lastly, there's a postcard reminder that you can print off and put up on your fridge or your kitchen notice board or wherever you put things to remind you about, and that will help you with a little summary of the skills involved in this particular module. So let's start by having a look at the video. Now each video is about an hour and a quarter long. Some are a bit longer, some are a bit shorter. They're packed full of useful content, but because that's quite a lot to absorb in one go, you might like to do it in smaller chunks. So we've given you a running order, and if you open that, you'll see a picture of each slide, and they're divided into sections, so you can say, okay, well, I'll start with the introduction section, and that's about 9 minutes long, so that's easy. And then you can decide how much you want to do in one go. And if you ever want to go back to any particular slide, you can see the particular time that that slide commences. So when you stop your video and go away and do something else, if you come back to the video, it will restart at the beginning. So you need to take your slider and go to the point at which you left off. So let's go back to the video. And you just click on the arrow in the usual way. You can slide along if you want to skip ahead a bit, or go back if you want to review a section.
That when a child has good self-esteem, he or she is more likely. If a child has low self-esteem,
at some points in the video, you'll be prompted to pause the presentation so that you can fill in something on your worksheet. If that happens, there will be a little timer slot that also appears on the screen, so you know exactly where to come back to. So let's have a look at the worksheet. So you'll see there are various things for you to fill in as you go along. That's designed to make the program more interactive so that you're not just sitting listening to my voice. Okay, the mission is very similar looking, but that's for you to do after you've completed the module. So we recommend that you make it your mission to do the mission every week. Well, not necessarily every week, because of course you're doing the program in your own time frame. You might do a module a week, or you might do it in a quicker or a longer period of time. So the course notes are for you to look at in your own time. And these are quite substantial notes, so you can either print them off or just look at them online as you like. And you'll see with video clips, these are just links to clips that are on YouTube. And you can either click on the back to video link or just click on these links on the right hand side. So lastly, there's the postcard reminder. So just click on that. And you'll see that you get 2 on each page, so that you can print them off, cut them out, and put one on the fridge and one somewhere else, you know, wherever you want to put it, so that you can be reminded of the key elements of the skill for that module. So that completes the module. If you want to then go and have a look at the parenting insights and top tips, the best way to do that is through your spaces. So the drop-down menu provides all the different elements of the membership. So there are 5 elements here because this is a platinum membership. If you've just bought the standard membership, you will only have these 3. So let's go to the parenting insights. So they're classified into these different areas, but I recommend that you hunt around because there are lots and lots of tips on different topics and for different age groups. So the parenting insights are the more detailed and thoughtful reads, and the top tips are quick solutions to some common parenting issues. Likewise, you can go back and access the audio parenting solutions. So these are MP3 downloads and audio blogs.
We'd love to hear from you. We love getting feedback from our clients, don't we, Melissa? We need to know how we can improve things, and we also need to know your success stories. We'd love to hear from them. So together, Melissa and I, we both wish you well, and here's to happy childhoods and really bright futures.